Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. You're watching Game Over Cancer on Strizer 86 channel. I'm Manix86. I'll be your host for this first couple set of games today. I'm very sorry for that, guys. We got plenty of games, a full program today, but kicking things off, I'm gonna fly it away to Laxxus, who will be running Skyblazer for us. Laxxus, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Manix. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Whenever you're ready, let's kick things off. I think people are waiting.
Yeah, let's do this. It's I don't think I've ever opened a marathon day with the first run. That's new to me, so let's just get into this. So Skyblazer is a Super Nintendo game from I think 1993. A platformer, really fun game that not enough people know. It's kind of a hidden gem, I would almost say. So yeah, let's just get into it and start the run.
Good luck.
Thank you. I will not need it because this game basically has no RNG. I mean, I probably still need it, but... Alright, intro stage. So in the intro stage I will take a lot of damage because at the end of the intro stage I actually will die, so I want to reduce my health to 1. Because we have this cutscene here where I forgot his name, he captured Vishnu and then kills me. So it's all over already. But then this old man comes in and he just revives me and he tells me more stuff that I don't know what he's telling me, honestly. It's been a while since I played this game in English, so I don't know. Also, the story is very different in Japanese. In Japanese, the story has a lot of Hinduism background. That's why, you save Vishnu from... I totally forgot what the other guy was called. It's also a name from Hinduism. But in the US version that got completely changed. But gameplay wise it is completely identical, except for slightly longer cutscenes and such, so this version is a little bit faster. But yeah, that was already the second stage. There are a few filler stages that are just one screen long. They are not very interesting. Now we come to the first, let's say, real stage that also has a boss. So once again, we will take a lot of damage boost because our iframes are super long in this game. And it just makes it easier to get through some enemies. And you always get boosted opposite the direction you're facing, so just quickly turning around before getting hit will boost you the right way. And we take this intentional shortcut here, and then we take this non-intentional shortcut here, and we are at the boss. And then we have to do a quick kill here. Okay, nice. I had to concentrate there a little bit, because for this boss you have to shoot your magic in a very specific rhythm in order to get him in this stun lock, otherwise you will go invincible and you waste a lot of time waiting for him to come out again. Alright, since this is a auto-scroller stage where not much is going on, I should maybe explain what happened there right before the boss fight. So what I did was a zip. In this game, if you manage to get into the wall, you can, depending on how you do it, either zip to the left or upwards. Zipping to the left is not very useful in most cases. There I just zipped a little bit to the left, so I could go all the way up, but most useful case is zipping up, and we will see that a lot of times. Basically by ducking, then attacking and jumping right after, you are for a short moment inside the floor. And then if you do it right, you can either be stuck in the floor or inside the wall, and from there on out you zip. They are pretty precise, often like 1 or 2 frame windows between your button presses, but it gets relatively consistent with enough practice. So yeah, next actual stage here. I also didn't say that after each boss you get a new magic spell, and the one I get here is the most important one, the dash. Oops, maybe I'm supposed to get inside the wall. Oh, I did it too early. That's unfortunate. Haven't done that in a while. Okay. Yeah, I totally jinxed it apparently. Thanks, Cressy. So this one is somewhat scary because you have a very limited window in which you have to get your zips in order to not get crushed, and I totally failed that, but that's okay. As you could see, deaths are most of the time very quick and no big deal. So we just move on and do one more zip. This one out. There we go. And we get to the second boss. The second boss is basically an auto-scroller in itself. Just rolling around, then opening his eye at the end. You hit him once, and then we repeat the whole thing. Not very exciting. Also, that was very risky to do that jump. That is a very precise jump, and if I failed it, I would have died. But hey, what could possibly go wrong? I didn't die, at least. That was a kind of rough start, but that first zip, it is probably one of the harder ones. Is it a 3-frame jump? It's so free. I never fail it. Alright, the old man tells us more stuff that I don't really know. And then we get this bonus stage, which story-wise is us flying over the water to the next continent or island or whatever. But it's just a little bonus stage where you can collect some gems and get some extra lives from that. So you get a lot of extra lives in this game actually. So I'm already up to 9 and 10 in the moment. I hopefully won't need that many more, but I already died twice, so you never know. So in the next stage, which is an ice stage, but the ice physics don't really matter too much. Here's another very important mechanic, and that is manipulating drops. So enemies can drop small or big health or magic refills, or gems, and they are on timer, like the drops are on a timer from the beginning of the room. So in this room I can just buffer this and do the same stuff here again, and I get 2 big magic drops. So because we want to use a lot of these dashes, we want to manipulate a lot of drops, and I mess up this one. That's a 3-frame window. Fortunately I messed it up. Got the second one at least. So optimally you would want to get 2 big magic drops in the room so that you have full magic for the boss, because this boss is a lot slower if you don't have full magic, but it's okay. Oh, we get a small one, so it's not too bad. We'll lose like 6 or 7 seconds on the boss now. It's perfectly fine. So this boss is basically another, you can almost call it auto-scroller. It's just this face in the wall, and then you hit him, and then he does that stuff. Then you hit him again, and he goes a little bit faster. It looks like he does basically nothing, but it's an insta-death if you get crushed by that. So normally you would take 4 cycles for that, but because I didn't have full magic, oh my god, I had to do a 5th cycle because the normal attacks do less damage. Yes, every 3 frames the drop changes, so you have a 3-frame window to hit these manipulations. There are some that are really free because of the setup, but yeah, usually they are relatively tight to do. Okay, that's bad. Whatever. Got stuck there a little bit, but it is fine. So basically, most of the time it's like one of these small in-between stages and then like a real stage with the boss and stuff. So here's the next one, underwater stage, probably my least favorite stage. It's a maze, so casually it's a rough stage, honestly, because it's very hard to figure out where to go and stuff. Obviously, that's not an issue for me. This is another manipulation to get a drop here, but it's a completely free one, because you just buffer the input when entering the room and then you get it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing stage, exactly, Cressy. Once again, I definitely want to have full magic for the boss. Very important, because this boss sucks without the quick kill. So we'll concentrate on this one real quick. Okay, there we go. Had to make sure I have the timings right. So I have exactly enough magic when I have full magic to shoot 4 times and hit all 4 of those. Otherwise, normally these clams, they spawn fish, and those fish just follow you around the whole time, and it's awful. It's an awful fight, honestly. Another manip there, very nice, so I can just dash through here completely. Skip all of the stage basically, then clip into the wall and zip up. Very nice stage. Here we have another like small in-between stage, like those are several of these one-screen stages where not much is going on. But I do them in a specific order to because I want to set up or use my magic in a specific way, and you only get full refills after bosses. So this is another auto-scroller stage, but this one has a very important magic manip at the beginning here, where I have to do very exact movements to set it up. And then I missed the 3-frame window anyway, so unfortunate. And then I messed this up and get nothing. Okay, this is really bad right now. The second one is normally free, but I completely mess up everything. So we just get random lucky drops there. Easy game. So basically this stage is done after the previous one, just because we can manip to full magic again here. I mean, I couldn't, but normally you can. So that you have full magic for the boss stage. But it's no big deal, just have to adjust my strats. This is an interesting stage. It's like an air stage where you have like wind currents all over. It's basically another maze. But yeah, if you just dash through, it's a lot easier, you know? And there we are already at the boss. For the boss, we manipulate the boss in a very specific way so that he moves in a certain way. That was not optimal, but good enough. I missed one hit earlier, but yeah, you do exactly that movement to get him to move to the right, and then you can quick kill him. Otherwise, like, he disappears and spawns like his clones again, and then you don't know which one is which, and it's a mess. can get pretty hard, that fight. Alright, this stage. This is one of the hardest stages, honestly. And I just did one thing that I didn't talk about before, one mechanic. So when you use the dash magic while you're ascending from a jump, and you keep holding the jump button, then you store the jump. So you do your jump after you finish the dash, which is very important, very useful in some spots. Another minute here. There was a very specific setup where you just bonk the ceiling once, then once tag on the ground like that again, and another one, and we are at the boss with full magic. So a lot of manips throughout the whole game. Oh, I missed. That's okay. So this boss, we can once again manipulate him, but I fail. That's okay. So what we normally want to do is that, so that he doesn't jump all the time, because jumping is slow. Okay, that was a messy fight. So normally you want to get him to the left corner, and then you just lock him into his apple attacking move, whatever. I don't know why that is an elephant with wings that shoots apples. I have no clue, but that's what it is, you know? Alright, this is another very short stage because it has like this secret exit here. And that was the stage. And now we get to this tower, which is, in my opinion, the hardest stage. So we start off with a zip on spikes in this first room, followed by a crusher room where I want to damage clip into the wall, into the ceiling right here. And I failed, dang. I haven't died there in a while, but that's okay. Like I said, that's and I failed completely. That's pretty quick in this game, so it's fine. Means I lose some cycles here as well, but it is okay. Like, the beginning of the stage is really hard to do. And then we get stuck and die. Nice. I got stuck on the wall. I was not supposed to grab the left wall, so... Hey, we got the ceiling clip. This is how it should look like. Then you can make this cycle immediately. See, I just died so I can show this off again. Perfect. You're welcome. We boost through this guy here. The shiny Grimer didn't get me. Yeah, that's at least something. Alright. I was not sure about that one. Another setup to get a magic drop here. It's a pretty easy one. As long as you know the setups. Some of them are pretty simple. This one though is not easy. So this room has a lot of currents in them. It's very annoying screen. And I also want to get magic here, which actually worked. I was not supposed to get hit there, but we got through. That's all what matters. And then, I mean, this room is kind of slow, so we just go up like that, you know. And we get to the boss. This dragon is actually one of the easiest bosses. Because we can just stun lock him. And the magic I use, that's the only time you will ever see that magic in the speedrun. It makes you invincible for a few seconds and increases your damage. And now we got the most overpowered magic, because we are getting to the end of the game, the Phoenix, where we transform into a Phoenix and we are invincible and deal a lot of damage, and we can fly, and it's pretty good. The only downside is that it costs 4 magic. Most other stuff costs 2 magic. But yeah, we are on our way to the final stage before we get to the end. We have to get through one more little auto-scroller and then a boss rush. The boss rush is for the most part really simple because, like I said, we have the Phoenix now, and you will see how much easier that makes certain bosses. Also, I have to defeat menu boss here. Okay. If you don't pick the bottom option, then he talks to you like 15 more seconds, and we don't want that. Alright, this is our Phoenix. It doesn't last super long, but yeah, it deals a lot of damage. And it's just really strong. Apart from that, there's not much going on in this auto-scroller. I mean, it's an auto-scroller.
Would you like me to take this opportunity to remind people why we're here today?
Sure.
Other than playing video games, because that's really fun, we're also raising funds for the Canadian Cancer Society. So we do have a bid war coming up in a couple of games for Monster Hunter World. To either drop a boulder on Dodo Gamma or to stealth away. I don't know about you guys, but the boulder is winning, but I'm not much for boulder violence, so if you want to tilt that the other way, you should stealth away. And also, your minimum donations can get you into prizes. Just put !P in the chat, and you can get some string keys, and you can be eligible for a Game Over Cancer pack with a t-shirt, a tumbler, and a Street of Rage 4 copy. Back to you, Laxxus.
Thank you. I just took a death in the auto-scroller just so you can have more time for your announcement, so that worked out perfectly.
Very kind.
Yeah, that was definitely the only reason. It's not because I paid no attention or something. Definitely not. But it's okay. Okay, now we get to the boss rush, and to remember the first boss, yeah, this is a bit easier now to kill him like that. And the game is so nice, after each boss it also gives you a full magic refill. Sadly, this boss is not impressed. No matter what you do, he always takes the same damage. So, yeah. Enjoy weird eyeball thingy roll across the screen. Oh, I don't think I ever died before in that auto-scroller now. Yeah, that's okay. It's the kind of extra content you show in marathons, right? We will not get to see all the bosses in this boss rush. It's 5 out of 7 bosses, I think. So we're not getting the boss from the air stage, and which other boss do we not get?
We don't get the water boss.
No, we get the water boss. We get the oh yeah, the dragon. We don't get the dragon. Yeah, right. the last boss.
Water dragon.
For no. We don't want more dragons. Alright, so for the last 2 bosses we will take our Phoenix again. And yeah, this boss is also a lot easier now. Except for when you actually are too slow and miss. Okay. But yeah, you just fly around and murder them. It's very good. Feels very good. One more. Back to the elephant, whatever thing. Also, really simple. Alright, boss rush is done, so I mean, all that's left is kill the boss that killed us at the beginning, and I don't remember the name of. So let's do that. I mean, we have the Phoenix, should be easy. And it actually is easy. If you die to this boss, it's kinda unfortunate because you respawn in this fight with only 4 magic, which makes the fight then a lot harder. Yay, we won! We did it, we saved the princess. Surely this is over now. Oh no, the talking head. So, of course we get one more boss fight, the real final boss. I think its name is Raglan. It's a pretty scary fight because once again, he doesn't care about our Phoenix, he takes the same damage from everything, so the strat is to just trade hits with him and use our healing spell that I've never used before. The reason for taking damage like that is that his laser and the explosion deal more damage, so you want to avoid getting hit by those. So if you do it right, you have exactly enough health to do this, and that's time. But if you mess up this fight and make like one mistake, then it is very likely that you die, because jumping over the laser and dodging it is very hard and very precise. But hey, we did it. Some weird mistakes in there, like dying in the auto-scroller and stuff, but overall pretty decent run. And yeah, this is a really fun game that not enough people know. can only encourage everyone to at least give it casually a try. It's a fun casual game and very fun speedrun as well. Yeah, there were not many deaths. I can't remember any deaths like in the last 2 minutes of the run, so clearly there were no deaths.
GG on that, Laxxus, and I've just shouted out your Twitch in the chat. Where else can people find you, and what can they find you doing as of late?
Well, mostly on my Twitch, because I don't use most social media stuff. Yeah, I'm speedrunning quite a few games lately. I've been doing some Plock for Plocktober, best game. But yeah, a lot of NES and SNES speedruns and Curse of the Moon, best game. So yeah,
all the Game Over Cancer games, basically.
Basically, yeah. Basically.
Well, thanks again for that awesome run, Laxxus.
Yeah,
unlike you were lucky you were able to fly through your video game, but the next runner is going to have to run through all of it. Tinui's going to have to play some Super Valis 4 for you guys. Any shoutouts you want to do before we go to break?
Shoutouts to Tin. I did commentary earlier for her for another marathon run, and it worked out great. So I hope she has a bit more luck on this run. And shout out to Stryzer for putting this up now for so many years. Great stuff. Really one of my favorite marathons every year that I like to participate in. Great stuff, and yeah, keep on doing it.
Absolutely, it's also one of my favorites. And guys, we're sitting currently at $1,233. I know we can make it to $1,300, the next milestone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Tinui.